Hello, hello, hello. So you're in a hurry and you need to have a British accent now. You don't have time to learn those phonetic charts. Put marbles in your mouth and pull faces and make funny noises and contort your tongue into strange positions for hours and hours. Sh, ch, a, I, s, ch, a. No, none of that, because today I've got 6 tips on how you can sound British right now. By the end of this video, you'll sound more English than a cast member of Downton Abbey. Before we start, I'll just tell you that I'm teaching here Standard British English, okay, known as SSBE, Standard Southern British English, which is a middle class accent, mostly from the south of English. And this is the accent you'll use in British dictionaries and English teaching textbooks. It's sometimes referred to as RP, which stands for received pronunciation. But I don't like the term RP, but we'll go into that another time. And by the way, I'm from London and my accent may differ very slightly from SSBE because I have a little bit of a London accent. But for the purposes of this video, I'll just use SSBE. If I deviate from that accent, I'll let you know. And without further ado, let's go. Now we'll start with the rounded O sound at the end of a word, such as go. It's not go, we often hear. That's a common mistake. Here it's go. Try it with me. Go. It has a long tail and kind of melts into a W at the end. Try it again. Go. Some words ending with this O sound include halo, memo, hero, zero. Now you say the next words. Very good. Also, mango, tomato. If you're Italian and you go to the cafe, you might order a cappuccino, but a British person would say a cappuccino. Can I have a cappuccino, please? Often words ending in OW have this sound. Words such as grow, shallow, no, slow, window. Try this sentence. Go to the window and you'll know about the cappuccino. Try the next phrase. Also, the slow tomato is a hero. You even have this O sound in hello. And that's why most of the time, you can recognize that someone is, shall we say, not from these parts from the very first word that they say. I might say hello, hello, no, it's hello. So practice saying that. Hello, hello. Next, we're going to look at the R sounds. The SSBE accent is non-rhotic, which means we don't roll the R's. If you're learning American English, that's different, or in fact Scottish English, but not in this English accent. When you see an unstressed R after a vowel, it lengthens the vowel. Okay, so for example, cat has a short vowel, but when you put an R before the T or after the A, it becomes a long, soft vowel. It becomes cart, cat, cart. Bid, put in an R and it becomes bird. A common mistake is to roll the R, but we don't do that in this accent. It's bird, not bird. Third, not third. Try these words. Very good. Board, murder, arm, mother, not mother. Okay? At the beginning of a word and before a vowel, we do say the R, but it's super soft. So, for example, run, arrest, parade. A third of the words were heard. And try this one. Very good. My mother's bird was murdered. The other case where we'll use an R is with what we call the linking R and the intrusive R. This is when you insert an R between two vowels, okay, or two vowel sounds rather. So for example, I saw a man, I saw a man. In English we don't like to have too many vowels together. We find it difficult to say it, so we often put a consonant in between them. So try it again. I saw a man. And what about this sentence? China is a big country. Very good. China is a big country. Law and order. The other type of R is the linking R. When the word contains an R, at the end of a word, it's followed by a vowel in the next word. For example, far and wide. You try the next one. Her old car. Very good. Let's move on to the A sound. Now this one is difficult. It's not found in many languages, including some European languages. So it's A, a sharp, high sound from the back of the mouth with the mouth open. So you say cat and not cut. Angry has a different vowel to hungry. I can't tell you how many times I've been confused by someone telling me that they're hungry or angry and I'm not sure which one. Can you hear the difference? Angry, hungry. Okay? Now you try these words. Fat, attack, black. Very good. Try this sentence. I've lack the knack to hack the sack. Try this one. Zach was back and his black cat was in the flat. Good, let's move on. T's are pronounced as T's. In American English, you might hear a T pronounced more like a D between vowels. So, for example, Americans might say Saturday. Sorry, I can't really do an American accent. That's an approximation. But in RP, it's a T sound, always a T sound. Saturday, Saturday. It also contains that A sound I talked about before. Other words containing this T sound: butter, bitter, water. Now you try the next words. Very good. Attitude, fatter. And try this one once again. Tomato. Try this phrase. On Saturday, the water was bitter. So we stress those T's. And by the way, as I already said, I'm from London, and here sometimes we replace this T with what we call a glottal stop, which is kind of a sound from the back of the throat. So you might hear Londoners saying water instead of water and butter instead of butter. But today I'm not speaking with a London accent, so I'll just say water and butter, but I just tell you this so that you are aware of it if you hear that accent. Next we have the long R sound you'll find in words such as bath, calm, dance. And here are some more. Say them after me. Ask, fast, after, half, laugh, can't, not can't, but can't. So say this after me. I can't laugh fast. Now, many words that have this sound, you have an A followed by the R. Take this sound. For example, target, farm, car, bar, party. Try this. At the party, I asked her to dance at the bar. Now we say arse in British English, the thing that you're sitting on at the moment, and it's ass in American English. And this is the only case I know where the spelling is different in British and American English to reflect the vowel sound difference. Arse, British English, ass, American English. I got grass on my arse, and she laughed. Finally, we have the O sound, as in lot, got, rot, not, God, of, what. Even though what doesn't have an O in it, it's pronounced that way. Now you try. Very good. Stop, copped, flop. This O sound exists in British English but is absent in most North American dialects, though not all, I believe. So you might hear an American saying, I got hot a lot. Once again, sorry for my bad American accent. And in British English, it's I got hot a lot. So if you want to sound more British than American, then master this O sound. Now it's time for some practice. Here are some sentences, and I want you to say them in the British way. On Saturday, I was also far and away drinking a lot of espresso and tart. I can draw a better picture of a cat on a mat next to the bath when I go to the show and I'm not hot. There you are, and now you sound British. So go out and wax your bowler hat, make some cucumber sandwiches and discuss the rules of cricket at a Buckingham Palace garden party while drinking warm beer. Cheerio guys, see you in the next video. Bye.